Coming to you from the Lydia Media Studios in the heart of Lewiston, Auburn, it's Lydia's Lunch Bunch, LA's afternoon morning show with Mark and Sara today, because Pam's away at BNI. We are covering news and events in the greater LA area and talking to the people making a difference in our community. Feel free to share your comments, questions, or suggestions via email at podcast@lydiamediallc.com.
And today's show is brought to you by United Piping, serving residential and commercial customers with new installations and repairs. Call today and schedule your oil and gas boiler cleanings at 754-4556. UPI, the best plumbers around. Also brought to you by Ruper's Beverage and Redemption. When it comes to beer, wine, and spirits, don't botch it, squatch it. At 5 locations in Lewiston, Auburn, and Oxford. Learn more at rupersbeverage.com. And remember, the party starts at Ruper's.
Well, Sara, we were supposed to be joined by Joe Philippon today from Summer Fun and Films. Unfortunately, Joe couldn't make it, but we're going to try to reschedule him for next Wednesday.
Okie dokie.
And hopefully that will work out. So, let's take care of some business here and look at some headlines for Wednesday, April 23rd.
Maine State Police are asking for the public's help in finding 35-year-old Ryan Eric Richardson of Lewiston, who was last seen on Thursday in the area of 959 Washington Street in Auburn. Richardson is 6 feet tall and weighs approximately 190 pounds. He was on foot and wearing a blue Nike sweatshirt, black jogger pants, and green sneakers.
Governor Mills signed a new law to enhance Maine's preparedness for future severe storms. The law is designed to help all levels of government plan more effectively for storms, make communities more storm resistant, and reduce future risks and costs for homeowners and businesses.
Open auditions for the Community Little Theater's The SpongeBob Musical will take place on May 11th and 12th at 6:30 p.m. CLT welcomes performers of all ages, gender identities, body types, abilities, and ethnicities. The production will premiere on August 8th. For more information, visit laclt.com.
Any chance you're auditioning for that?
I would really love to be Sandy Squirrel in that.
Oh, my goodness.
Unfortunately, right now is not a good time in the rest of my life to be doing a stage production.
Gotcha.
But I mean, this is a super cute show. If you haven't seen SpongeBob the Musical, it's really funny and the music is really cute.
You'd be a great Sandy Squirrel.
I think I would.
Yeah.
I do. I think I would.
Lisbon Community Federal Credit Union and its members raised and distributed over $23,000 for the campaign for ending hunger. Over $17,000 was donated to Lisbon Area Christian Outreach of Lisbon Falls and nearly $6,000 to St. Mary's Food Pantry in Lewiston.
Shall we talk about the weather? Oh, boy. Blue skies and sunshine today. This fog looks like it's trying to burn off. It'll be a high of 62 and a low of 41. Scattered showers tomorrow with a high of 62 and a low of 39. And a little bit of sunshine on Friday with highs in the mid-60s.
In sports, Alex Bregman and Tristan Casas each drove in 3 runs, and Brian Bayo gave up 1 run over 5 innings as the Red Sox beat the Seattle Mariners 8-3. They'll play again tonight at 6:45 in Boston.
The Celtics will host the Orlando Magic tonight for Game 2 of their best-of-7 playoff series.
CMCC Baseball beat York County Community College 10-5. CM Softball will visit Southern Maine Community College for a doubleheader starting this afternoon at 3:30.
Bates College Baseball trounced Thomas College. I don't even want to say this score. 25-4, y'all.
Yikes.
Ouch. Bates softball lost both games of a doubleheader to Husson College, 1-0 and 6-0.
And the Maine Nordiques are tied 1-1 in their best-of-5 series with the stinking Maryland Black Bears. Games 3 and 4 are Friday and Saturday at the Colisée, which means the Nords, should they sweep, will wrap up this playoff series and move on in the tournament.
They'll be all done.
Yeah, so let's go cheer them on at the Colisée this weekend.
Fill the barn.
Fill the barn. That's your news, weather, and sports. And right now it is time for the podcast segment that is
Sweeping
the Twin Cities. It's time for famous people birthdays.
They're famous. It's their birthdays. It's famous people birthdays. It's famous people birthdays.
What do you say we take a look at FPBs for April the 23rd?
Yeah.
Let's do it.
Okay.
Actor and comedian John Oliver is 48 years old today.
Okie dokie.
He's the host of Last Week Tonight. Wrestler turned actor John Cena is 48 years old today. Comedian George Lopez is 64 years old today.
Oh.
He had a sitcom on ABC back in the day titled George Lopez. Valerie Bertinelli is 65 years old today.
I remember her from One Day at a Time.
Yeah, that's where she got her fame. She played Barbara Cooper Royer.
Yeah, she was just a little kid at the time.
Yep.
Yeah.
And was on that show for nearly 10 years, 75 to 84.
Yeah. And wasn't she married to
She was married to Eddie Van Halen.
Eddie Van Halen?
Yeah.
Yeah.
She also won a couple of Golden Globes for Best Supporting Actress in a series, miniseries, or television film for her work on One Day at a Time. And also went on, she's worked for the Food Network. She's also had a couple of series, but I think...
Hot in Cleveland, I've heard, is really funny. And I remember her on Touched by an Angel.
Oh.
She's such a cherubic face. Like, she's so cute.
Yeah.
I can see her being an angel.
Actor Joyce DeWitt from Three's Company is 76 years old today. She was on the show from 77 to 84.
Yeah, she played Janet.
Yes, and I think she may be the only character that lasted for the
Stayed through the
entire
whole thing.
series.
Yeah, I think you're right.
Yeah.
I used to love that show, and I always remember thinking, why don't they just explain?
Because then the show would be 3 minutes long.
It's so silly. Like, just explain. It makes perfect sense. Like, just tell them what happened. Like,
I will
deal with this.
I'll tell you, I started watching it recently. Right?
Yeah,
I'm like, oh my God, there's Three's Company. I can relive my childhood.
I loved it.
And I got through like 2 or 3 episodes and I couldn't take it anymore. I'm like,
so
everything is just chaos.
silly.
Like from the minute one of them walks through the door, it's just chaos for a half hour. And I'm like, I don't need this.
It's too much. It's stressing me out. John Ritter was hilarious in that show, though.
Yeah, he's awesome.
We just were talking about rubber faces. He had a rubber face. Like,
That's right.
Just his whole body was a rubber face.
That's true.
He could do anything with his body and make you laugh. He was very physically comedic.
And rounding out FPBs for April the 23rd is actor Lee Majors, who has 86 candles on his cake today. People my age might remember him as the $6 Million Man, series that ran from 73 to 78. He was also the Fall Guy.
Ah, that's what I remember him from as a kid.
From
Yep.
81 to 86. Those are your FPBs. Now let's move on to some OTDs.
Okie dokie.
Happening on this day 7 years ago in 2018. I kept this in here just for you, Sarah.
Thank you.
Avengers Infinity War premiered in Los Angeles.
Whew.
How does that rank in the Marvel universe as far as films go?
That one was tough for me because that leaves things just hanging. Endgame is the final one.
Okay.
So Infinity War is just like, oh no, what's just happened? And you are left waiting for the next movie to come out because people got snapped and disappeared in that movie. Like, we lost Spider-Man.
What?
Just gone. For like 3 years.
Oh, no.
It's terrible. Yeah, that one was hard for me. Very good, though. Very, very good.
So that's like the Empire Strikes Back of Marvel movies.
Yeah.
Right? Because Empire Strikes Back, there were so many unanswered questions.
Yeah.
And you're like, we need another movie.
And they did that a couple of times in the Avengers series. Like, Endgame is obviously the end game, but like Infinity War and Civil War were two where you were like, oh no. What's going to happen? Oh, no.
Yikes.
We need to fix this.
20 years ago on this day in 2005, the very first YouTube video was posted. How has YouTube only been around for 20 years? It feels like
just thinking
I've been using it my entire life.
I was just thinking, wow, it's been around for 20 years?
Yeah.
That's crazy.
So the clip that was posted was one of the co-founders standing in front of the elephants at the San Diego Zoo. That was the first ever YouTube video.
Neat.
And now you can find not only that, but just about anything you're looking for.
Yeah.
Especially if you're a homeowner.
Things you don't want to know, too, are also on there.
Right. 27 years ago on this day in 1998, James Earl Ray, the man who assassinated Martin Luther King, died in prison at age 70. Although at the time of his death, the King family was convinced of his innocence and thought he had been set up.
I was not aware of that.
Yeah.
You know, there's probably a great conspiracy theory out there about what actually happened.
Oh, I'm sure.
Yeah.
just
or several.
Yeah, just like any major event that happens in this country. We don't know the half of it.
No, we don't know. We will never know the truth.
Nope. 30 years ago on this day in 1995, the great broadcaster Howard Cosell died in New York at age 77. Down goes Frasier. 40 years ago on this day in 1985, Coca-Cola announced it was changing the secret flavor for Coke.
And people went insane.
Right. They changed the formula, they introduced new Coke, and people absolutely hated it.
It was so crazy.
So,
they hated it.
the company reintroduced Coca-Cola Classic and dropped the word classic in 2009.
How do people get so outraged by cola?
It just goes to show you what our priorities were back in the 80s and why it was such a wonderful time.
Yeah.
That a new soda would cause an uproar in this country. I missed those days. Life was simple back then, wasn't it?
Yeah.
61 years ago on this day in 1964, Ken Johnson of the Houston Colt 45s became the first pitcher to throw a no-hitter and lose the game.
Huh?
The Colts lost 1-0 to the Cincinnati Reds on an error in the 9th inning.
That's frustrating.
You think?
That had to be a real bummer for
That's
Ken
the
Johnson.
worst. 71 years ago in 1954, Hank Aaron hit the first home run of his career.
Neat.
And he would go on to hit 754 more. Oh, Sarah. 409 years ago today.
Boy, we're going into the Wayback Machine.
In the year 1616, Bill Shakespeare.
Bill.
That's what I call him.
You guys were close.
All right. For everyone else out there, William Shakespeare died on his 52nd birthday.
Oh, died on his birthday.
Died on his birthday.
I feel like there's speculation as to whether or not this is actually his birthday, but
Why is that?
because we know very little about William Shakespeare. Weirdly, right? Like feels like a classical author of his repute would have a little more information.
One would hope.
One would hope.
Yeah.
But, yeah. I think they just speculate that today is his birthday. It makes for a good story that he died on this day, so why not? Whether you want a sit-down meal or a grab-and-go, Pat's Pizza in Auburn offers delicious sandwiches, pasta, salads, and pizza at family-friendly prices. Pat's Pizza, serving the L.A. area since 1985. Open daily from 11 a.m. to 9 p.m. at 85 Center Street in Auburn. Online at patsauburn.com.
Been noticing some posts on the socials lately about boomers being shocked that Gen Zers don't have these common skills. You know, and our generation is just looking at both of them going, you're both nuts, right?
Yeah, Gen X is fed up with everyone.
We got no time.
Can you just leave us alone?
We got no time for it.
We don't. We are 20 years off of retirement and looking at losing our Social Security. We don't give a shit what anybody else is doing.
Don't care. Just leave us alone. So I thought it'd be fun to go over a few of them. And both of us have kids in their early 20s.
Yes.
So let's see.
Ooh, that's hard pill to swallow right now.
Right?
Okay.
Yowza!
Ooh. Yep.
How about this one? How to read a map and figure out directions without GPS.
So mine's a Boy Scout.
So no problems there.
So no problems there. However, you write something in cursive.
Well, that's one of them. Yeah.
Is it?
Yeah, cursive handwriting is just, like, they just don't get it. Like, how can they read the Declaration of Independence?
No.
No, they can't. How about how to address a piece of mail?
Nope. Doesn't know.
No. I did have to show one of my kids how to do that, thankfully.
Yep.
They retained the information.
He does not know how. Mine does not know how to do it.
How to unclog a toilet using a plunger.
Mine knows how to do that. I taught him. Yep.
Yeah. That's a basic life skill. That should be like the third thing you learn.
Yeah. He was probably 19 when I taught him how to unclog a toilet, though.
Oh, okay.
So it's recent.
All right.
Because he's only 21.
How to count correct change.
He's too smart to not know how to do that.
Right.
I have to assume that he knows how.
Yeah, both my kids were pretty good at the maths.
Yeah.
So hopefully they know how to do that.
Yeah, mine knows how to do the maths.
How to type on an actual keyboard.
Yep.
Yeah, they know how to do that.
Mine can do that. He writes all the time.
Did you learn how to type in school?
I had a typing class.
Yeah, I did not. And I had to teach myself how to type.
Yeah, we had to go down to the word processor lab.
Oh.
We didn't have computers.
High tech.
Yeah, it was like 7th or 8th grade. They gave us a typing class, and it was all on word processors, typewriters, basically, with a screen. On the and printed out on the dot matrix printer.
There you go. It took 7 days to print a page.
You can pick it up at the end of the day.
Yeah, I remember getting a CD-ROM of Mavis Beacon Teaches Typing. And I went through the entire thing and I graduated. And I taught myself how to type.
Wow.
Because I was like, I was writing 3 or 4 days a week. And I was doing the search and destroy method.
Yep.
Right?
That's
And
how my boss types.
I'm like, this is not efficient. How about how to cook? Both my kids they're wizards in the kitchen.
Mine is learning. I actually did something where I thought would help him, and it worked out. I got him a subscription to HelloFresh, and I said, learn. These step-by-step instructions are right here in front of you. I bought him all the tools he needed, and he cooks for his friends at school, at college. They have like a community kitchen, and he cooks for them, which I think is awesome. He's definitely learned. It wasn't something I taught him, but it was something that I facilitated.
Nice. Good on you.
Thank you.
How about basic handyman skills, like replacing an outlet, changing a light fixture, installing a shelf?
So the generation that I'm from and you're from, and the generation of kids that we're raising are very fortunate to have YouTube.
Yep.
For the last 20 years.
Yeah.
And I think that's what I use, and I think that's what my son uses. But yeah, I don't know about regular kids. I don't know.
Yeah.
Would yours be able to do it?
Yes.
Yeah. And what would they do?
So I will tell you, when the pandemic hit, I turned my garage into a workshop. Mm-hmm. Bought all kinds of tools, bought all kinds of lumber, and just started woodworking.
Yeah.
And both my kids were pretty interested in it.
Yeah.
And they came out and hung out and worked with the tools a little bit so they can, use them safely and hopefully learn a life skill.
Mine's not so much a handyman around the house, though he is willing and able. You tell him how to do something, he can do it. But he is also an auto mechanic. So, I mean, that's a skill in itself.
Absolutely. Mm-hmm. How about how to write out a check?
Nope.
I don't think either of my kids have ever done that.
No, he doesn't have a checkbook. Mine doesn't have a check. He wouldn't even know how to balance a checkbook.
Yeah. It's a lost art.
It is a lost art. I don't do it anymore.
No.
I don't know that anybody really does. With the invention of online banking,
It's the best.
We can see what's coming out of our accounts when it's coming out, and we don't really need to monitor it too much.
How to write in cursive. We've covered that.
Mine can sign his name. He can't read it. His grandmother will send him a card, and I'll have to read it to him. I can't leave him a note in cursive. I'll be like, why didn't you do these things that I left for you to do? He'd be like, I can't read it. I don't know what you want me to do. Like, come on, you can read it.
How about how to drive a stick shift?
My kid learned how to drive on a stick shift.
I think everyone should.
Everyone should.
Yep.
I grew up doing it because all of the lawnmowers and work trucks were stick shift.
Yep. How to read Roman numerals.
Lost art.
Yep.
Yeah, that's
Sure
a lot.
is.
And I struggle with that still sometimes.
Yeah, I think we all know the basics.
Yeah,
But
like
then-
anything above 10, I'm kind of like, ooh,
Yeah.
I'm not really sure.
What's
like,
this?
I can get into the teens and 20s, but above that, I'm like, I don't know about that. You throw an M or an L in there, I got nothing.
Right.
I'm good with the X's and the V's and the ones.
Are you working on a new song, perchance?
I'm working on a new song. I cheated.
What'd you do?
I asked for help. Oh gosh, darn it! I asked for help from Chat GPT, and it wrote the lyrics for me because I'm not a songwriter like you, but I need to figure out how to arrange these chords to go along with the rhythm of the song. But it's cute. It's gonna be cute. Whatever the Weather is the name of the song, and it's a song for Pam. It's rain or shine, it's all okay. Grab your uke and start the day. Clouds may come and skies turn blue. Weather's fun with me and you. Sun is bright or storms may brew. Every day is a brand new view. You don't need perfect skies above, just a song and a little love.
Oh, my goodness.
Right? That's great, right?
So good.
Those might be the same chords from the FP song. get
could
it.
work.
We'll get it. I got to work on it. I got to put some rhythms together. But
Oh, come on. I think you got it.
I don't think we do. I don't think we do.
What are you talking about?
Because it's too low for me to sing, I need a capo. Yeah, I need a capo it so it comes up a little bit, but I can't play it for you without the capo because it will sound out of tune.
All right. Well,
But my vocal range for the chords that I have chosen is not right. Rain or shine, it's all okay. Grab your uke and start the day. Clouds may come or skies turn blue. Weather's fun with me and you. Sun is bright or storms may brew. Every day's a brand new view. And don't need perfect skies above. Just a song and a little love.
awesome.
It's not.
It is.
It's not. Rain or shine, it's all okay. You want to adjust it? Grab your uke and start the day. Clouds may come or skies turn blue. Weather's fun with me and you. The sun is bright and storms may brew. Every day's a brand new view. You don't need perfect skies above. Just a song and a little love.
All right. Now we got to do it one more time.
I haven't figured it out yet.
Yeah,
It's
you
going to be
got it.
totally different when we figure it out.
That sounded great.
Yeah. Rain or shine, it's all okay. Grab your uke and start the day. Clouds may come or skies turn blue. Hey, weather's fun with me and you. The sun is bright and storms may brew. Every day's a brand new view. You don't need perfect skies above. Just a song and a little love. We'll figure it out.
You got it.
You got it. It's perfect. Don't worry about it. Rain or shine, it's all okay. Grab your uke and start the day. Clouds may come or skies turn blue. Weather's fun with me and you. The sun is bright and storms may brew. Every day's a brand new view. You don't need perfect skies above. Hey, just a song and a little love.
Yes. We got a new one.
We got a new one.
That was great.
All right, if you say so. All
right,
It's
we
a
got-
little ditty called Whatever the Weather.
Now we
Thanks.
just need one for OTDs.
OTDs, you're responsible for that one.
3 RQs.
3 RQs.
All right. Locally owned and locally focused, Lydia Media celebrates the heart of the greater Lewiston-Auburn area through 2 magazines, Uncle Andy's Digest and LA Metro Magazine, and the new Lydia's Lunch Bunch podcast. Each production shines a positive light on local businesses, nonprofits, events, and individuals making a difference in our community. Keep your advertising dollars local and position your business in front of your target audience with Lydia Media. Learn more at lydiamediallc.com. All right, Sarah, so you know, we like to close the show with 3 random questions.
Yeah.
What's something about me that annoys you?
Something that you do that annoys me is you won't watch good movies that I recommend to you. When I tell you something is good and you should watch it, you never do.
You don't know that.
Yes, I do, because I'll say 3 months later, did you watch that thing I told you to watch? You'll be like, no, I forgot. I don't want to. That's the thing you do that annoys me.
All right. I'll take it.
Like, you haven't watched Lake Placid yet, and that's like right up your alley.
By the way, your impression of me, spot on. I was like, am I looking in a mirror? Sarah, you're big into the physical fitness.
Yes.
You love to exercise.
Yes.
What's your favorite way to exercise?
Paddleboarding.
Paddleboarding.
Yeah, it's a very good workout right from the jump because you got to. Well, until this year, I didn't have an inflatable paddleboard.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I didn't have. Yeah, all I had was inflatable paddleboards, so I'd have to pump up the board, and then you paddle, and it's really good for your core and your balance and your arms. So I think paddleboarding is my favorite thing.
Plus, you're outside.
Yeah.
You're in nature.
I love being outside.
On the water.
Yeah, any kind of outdoor activity is cool with me.
All right.
Yeah. What about you?
Probably just yard work.
Oh, yeah, that's totally exercise.
Yeah, I'm not really into structured exercise, but I
Yeah.
do enjoy being outside and doing things and being productive outside
Yeah,
or in the garage, whatever it takes. Sarah, do you believe in destiny?
I do. Yeah, I do believe in destiny. I just had this conversation with my partner because he doesn't believe in God, that's fine. Like, I'm not sure, where my belief in like an ultimate power came from, but I do believe that there's something out there that guides us we're in charge of our own destiny. We're not, I don't know if I believe that everything that's happened is meant to happen, because that's just,
How are we in charge of something that's predetermined?
well, like, your choices are what bring you to your destiny. Like, I don't know of how I feel, I guess. Like, I don't think there's like a set path that we're on, but I think that everything that happens because of choices that we make.
Okay.
Yeah. I don't know. Maybe I don't believe in destiny.
Maybe you don't. See?
I don't.
Maybe you don't know yourself as well as you thought.
Maybe I don't.
Maybe you don't. What is your quickest way to turn around a bad day?
I imagine T-Rex trying to make a bed.
Oh,
That's how I do it. That's how I've done it since I was about 12 years old.
okay. Can you imagine T-Rex with a fitted sheet?
Yep, I can. I have. It is so funny to me to think about him trying to make a bed. It has always been my go-to cheer me up thing. And my brother still to this day will send me, if he knows things are going sideways for me, he'll send me a little meme of T-Rex trying to do something.
How awesome is that?
It's one of my favorite things he does.
Yeah.
He sent me the ones with the little T-Rex has the little, those little things that you can hold in your hands to pick stuff up, like grabbers. He'll send me things like that with him doing things. And my favorite is one that he's just got two and he's just unstoppable. It's like, now he's a powerhouse with hands. T-Rex.
Nice.
I love it. I love Rex. He's my fave.
There you go.
I can't get through a day without thinking about him doing something silly. Push-ups. Can't do push-ups.
Not even
Can't do
close.
push-ups.
You kidding me?
Right?
Yeah.
Can't reach the top shelf.
Nope.
Can do nothing with those tiny little arms.
Thanks to our sponsors for today, Ruper's Beverage and Redemption and United Piping. And if you'd like to be part of the Lydia's Lunch Bunch advertising family, reach out to Pam via email at pam@lydiamediallc.com.
Have a great day. And remember, don't bite your cat.